Chapter 10, Section 1, Introduction. In 1898, a young woman named Rose Schneiderman was hired at a factory in New York City. Her job was to sew the linings into men's caps, but she would soon take on a much larger role in the story of American labor. Like most factory workers at the time, Schneiderman worked long hours under difficult conditions. At night, she returned home to a crowded, run-down apartment. But Schneiderman was determined to improve these conditions. She began to organize the workers at the cap factory. Before long, she had become a leader of the New York City branch of the Women's Trade Union League, a national labor organization. In 1909, Schneiderman helped organize a major labor action known as the Uprising of 20,000. In this event, thousands of young women walked off their jobs making clothing at garment factories in New York. The women were demanding higher wages and better working conditions. Some companies made settlements with the workers. However, demands for unlocked factory doors and working fire escapes were never met. Although their walkout failed to achieve all of their goals, it did set the stage for more labor actions to come. 2 years later, a tragedy at a garment factory helped focus even more attention on the plight of workers. In 1911, the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory caught fire. Most of the doors of the factory were locked. Many of the women couldn't escape. 146 workers died in the fire. Afterward, on April 2nd, Schneiderman gave an impassioned speech. In it, she said, "This is not the first time girls have been burned alive in the city. Every week I must learn of the untimely death of one of my sister workers. The life of men and women is so cheap and property is so sacred, it is up for the working people to save themselves. The only way they can save themselves is by a strong working-class movement." Over the years, Schneiderman continued her efforts on behalf of American workers. She became one of the key figures in the American labor movement.